first of all, our vision that it is really important for us. The company was founded by farmers in Switzerland, basically with the idea to help farmers radically change agriculture for the better and protecting the environment, reducing chemical use, water use, energy use, and soil impact, while increasing their results. Again, Ecorobotics, Swiss-based, founded by farmers. We are in the Swiss French-speaking part, and the company was founded originally in 2014. Of course, founders started with the idea many years before, but it turned officially founded in 2014. Ecorobotics started with a fully autonomous solution, a robot that you might have seen on the internet in many videos. And then in 2018, we turned this into a very easy to tow by a tractor solution. Basically, what we have is a sprayer in 20 feet width with a lot of nozzles close by together that allows us to spray very precisely either the crops or the weeds, depending on what the farmer needs to do. In the US, we started developing the market only late 2022. In 2023, we registered the company, started with the first farming companies proving the technology on the fields, successfully sold the first machines, and started with all the project of having our own warehouses, offices, and team. And nowadays, we are more than 10 people. I'm going to show you later on another slides, part of the team that we have here. We are hiring and growing exponentially. So we are very happy with everything that happened to us last year. And it's worth to mention that we are very thankful for FIRA. We are here for the third time. We've been in Fresno in 2022. Last year in Salinas, and this is our third FIRA show here in the US. I'm going to show you a little short video of ARA for anyone that doesn't know what the machine does.
ARA, the ultra-precise sprayer from Ecorobotics, is a concrete response to the problems encountered by farmers. Thanks to its artificial intelligence, application rates are drastically reduced by up to 95%, allowing for considerable reduction in the cost of phytoproducts, increase in crop yields, and the preservation of the environment. Its ultra-precise crop protection technology is revolutionary. This 20-foot wide machine is equipped with 156 nozzles spaced 1.57 inches apart, which can be adjusted in height from 6.3 to 22 inches. Each nozzle is equipped with a solenoid valve, which opens and closes in a fraction of a second. The vision system consists of high-resolution cameras equipped with a flash to even out the brightness captured in the images. At a speed of 4.7 miles per hour, it detects its target thanks to its plant-by-plant recognition algorithms and then sprays the area to be treated to a precision of 2.4 by 2.4 inches. For example, in row crops such as sugar beets, rapeseed, green beans, onions, cotton, corn, and many more. The spraying is protected by a soft cover system, massively reducing drift due to wind. A standard output of 10 acres per hour is achieved. The system works perfectly in the middle of the night, which increases the daily area treated up to around 240 acres. Our technology is also able to select the crop only for selective fungicides and insecticide spraying. The user controls the ARA sprayer via the Ecorobotics mobile app on a supplied tablet. The data collected during the mission generates a report that indicates, among other things, the rate of weeds treated or the quantity of product used. A 160-gallon water tank is carried on the front, and the spray mixture is mixed in an 80-gallon tank. After the first treatment, the application tells you how much mixture you need to prepare to complete the job in a given area. ARA weighs nearly 1.3 tons and consists of 3 modules of about 7 feet each. The 2 outer elements fold to transport width of 9.2 feet for road travel. With this state-of-the-art technology, ARA allows significant operating cost reductions while increasing environmental protection in a wide range of applications, both in row crops and in grasslands. ARA, the ultra-high precision sprayer, from Ecorobotix.
Thank you very much. So going into what the machine looks like, as you saw in the video, we have two front tanks. One is for the mixture, the other is for clear water that can be used either for washing the machine after the use or to refill the mixture on the fields. The weight, as you heard, it's about 2,400 pounds, 20 feet wide, the 156 nozzles without any blind spot. And really, it's a very easy to maintain machine. Not many things that can get more problems than a normal sprayer. Basically, the main care that you have to do is to wash the machine after the use, like you do with a normal sprayer, a little bit more time than a normal sprayer, but that's it. And the machine has, before going into the unique features that we have, as you saw on the video, we have 3 modules. Under each module, there's 2 computers, each of them with a set of cameras, strobe light flashes, and basically what we are doing is on the go at 4.5 miles per hour, mapping everything that is on the field, taking pictures, the software is processing the pictures, identifying what is the crop, what is the weed, and depending on what the farmer wants to do, we are going to open the nozzles to spray one or the other. All this is happening in 1 fraction of a second. Actually, at 4.5 miles per hour, it's happening at 1/4 of a second. So the intelligence is there in the softwares processing the algorithms. And with that, the main thing to talk about is both the unique features that we are bringing and the unique benefits. First slide here is about the unique features. And as I was telling you, we do plant-by-plant recognition. So everything that it is on the field is recognized by the cameras and the software processing them. Speed, significant advantage for farmers. You know perfectly that this speed with 20 feet wide is a very productive machine. In the video, it's a bit exaggerated because the consideration is to run the machine without stopping. But honestly, we have feedback from farmers doing 100 acres in a 10, 12-hour shift. So the productivity is really there. The footprint of the pixel that we spray is 2.4 square inches, really small. That allows us to be very precise on the target that we want to apply the product on. The video showed, as you might have seen, some tractors with our system and some tractors with saddle tanks that some growers here in the US adapted because they thought initially that those were going to give them the capacity and productivity they needed because you know, they are used to those saddle tanks. And we did the adaptation. It took us a little bit of work, but we did it successfully and it worked. But honestly, just so you know, that happened with only the first couple of machines that we brought to the US. Then afterwards, we started asking the farmers, just try our system because it's really plug and play and it works really fantastic. The cleaning system is much better. And nowadays, 95% of the machines are running with our tank systems. It's really a very smart design. Then another very beneficial feature is that we do all this with a reduction of drift up to 95%. So we can manage strong winds that not any other broadcast sprayer could manage. And this is really important when you talk about, again, productivity, which is something farmers are always looking into. And the last point to mention is about versatility. We always talk about this machine as an ultra-high precision sprayer, very versatile. Remember, we don't do only weeding treatments, but crop protection specific treatments. And even we have some applications to do weeding plus pre-emergent treatment. So it's a very versatile machine that you can use it in many, many ways. And all these unique features are in result, they are bringing unique benefits. And we have the first three that are the main ones, the drivers that are giving us this exponential growth and success here in the US and worldwide. And it's that because of all these features about the small spraying pixel and how precise we are being able to enter into the fields to control weeds at certain stages and with certain products or solutions that were never possible to do before. That way, farmers are using the machine since pre-planting stages and through the main stages of the crop, getting to the harvest really clean. In some cases, not even needing manual labor. So imagine how important this is economically wise. Second big benefit is that because we are using nowadays many products that are giving more or less phytotoxicity, and we know it's agriculture. In every field, situation changes depending on the climate, on how well the crop is with nutrients and everything. But in general, avoiding spraying the selective herbicides on the crops is making them yield better. And another thing that we are seeing is a significant benefit is that harvest happens 1 to 2 weeks earlier. So imagine in vegetables, you understand better than me how important it is to get into the market 1 or 2 weeks earlier than the rest of the growers. And this is really happening. Third, maybe the most evident benefit is that we can help reduce the phytosanitary products. Again, I'm talking about phytosanitary products because anything you apply to the crop, to the weeds, whatever, up to 95%. Of course, 95%, 98%, it could happen. It's going to be at a small stage of the crop with a not very weedy field. But in average, when you use the machine in the crop cycle, you are easily going to get a 70 to 75% in average savings. So imagine how big the amount of money you are saving is. And all this is one above the other. It's not one or the other. You are getting the reduction of manual labor. You are getting the yield increase. Sometimes it's 1%, sometimes 3%, sometimes 15%. And we know agriculture is a business of marginal returns. So 3% of extra yield is not 3% of extra money in your pocket. It might significate 15% extra, right? So it's a big difference. So all these three are the main drivers. But it's worth to mention that, as I mentioned before, these covers on the sides are giving us the possibility to spray under windy conditions when no other broadcast sprayer can do. And in the point number 5, I'm mentioning this thing about new protocols. And this is something many growers that are using our machines are giving us as feedback. They are being able to control hard weeds in pre-planting stages in a very cheap, economic way, and most important, in a more efficient way. And I'm talking about hard weeds like purslane or Russian thistle, whatever. In pre-planting, you can get to the planting stage super clean, very cheap, saving maybe 80 or 90% of the products used. And then you're not talking about the mixture that you normally use. Maybe you can use other products like liquid nitrogen, which is a super cheap solution. It's not even, it's revolutionary. When you start thinking about this, it's like, oh, I'm cleaning the field, getting with no weeds at all to the planting stage with 2 passes of $2 per acre, maybe. That's how much they are reducing the costs. So this, again, when you start implementing ARA in the whole process of the crop, it gives you all the benefits. And it's really, the impact is really impressive. And others, it's worth to mention, we are farmers, but we are struggling with the pressure of certifications and legal stuff and government pressure and market pressure. All this, yes, whether we like it or not, we need to deal with that. And with this technology, we are aligning what the farmer needs, what the market is demanding, and what the government and politicians are asking from us. So in the end, it's kind of a win-win. I would like the first two to win only, but no, it's okay.
5 minutes? 5 minutes?
5 minutes? I'm not going to do it in 5 minutes. Anyway, so some applications, I'm going to try to go very fast. There's many ways to use the machine, but here I'm showing some of them. We have all green algorithm. It's very simple. Everything that it is green is going to be sprayed, and you can use this in a very efficient way in every pre-planting program for any crop. It's a generalistic algorithm. Then you have crop-specific algorithms that are going to work, of course, for selective treatments on the weeds. Maybe you are going to use non-selective herbicides or mixtures. Then those mixtures can be harmful for the crop, depending on the stage. And that is going to come with the ability for, we can give you the ability to put a buffer zone around the crop. So if there's a weed inside the buffer zone, it's not going to be sprayed even if we detected it, because maybe you want to take care and not touch the crop. But that's a very important ability. Then, of course, with this comes the ability to do crop protection treatments only the crop. Big savings for fungicides, insecticides, fertilizers, biologicals, whatever you want to apply only on the crop. Then this red one is very interesting, and it was by demand of farmers. We can do a weed treatment with a pre-emergent at a stage that you usually are not able to use a pre-emergent because you have the crop already there. And then imagine how beneficial it is to get to the end of the stages of the crop, to harvest stages, really clean. And then we have two other generalistic algorithms that you can combine with all green, and those are allowing you to use the ARA in any crop that you plant. We call them target size and row algorithm. Basically what we do, with the target size combined with all green, you can say to the machine in a very simple step, spray everything that it is green, but bigger than 2 inches. So if you have and it is what normally happens in the field, if you have a difference between the crop size and the weed size, in any crop you're going to be able to do a weeding treatment or a crop protection treatment. And row algorithm, very simple. We detect the pattern of the planting, and you can do, again, positive, negative, either a crop protection treatment on the row or in between the row, controlling weeds. These are some of the algorithms, crop-specific algorithms that we have. We are always developing new ones, and
two minutes.
Yes, thank you. But taking into account that, again, we not only have these crop-specific algorithms, but also these generalistic algorithms that combined can be used in any crop. So the machine is very versatile, again.
We still have
These are just some samples of how different you can see between number 2 and number 3. And if you grow onions, you know that this is absolutely true. And this is what we are having as a feedback from the farmers. Highest yields, early harvest, big amount of money. Sugar beet, another one, same. Well, he's going to hate me, but anyway, I have 3 farmers that before this presentation, you can start reading, and don't worry about what I say, but this is copy from emails that I sent to farmers asking them to help me with this presentation. Hey, can you give me some of your results this year? And this is what they are giving me. Imagine how much money they have saved with this implement. It's one of those, Zach Smith, he's a fantastic guy. He was telling me that he was laughing on the email, saying to me, if I tell you all the money I save, you are going to increase the price because he's getting the money back in one season. So this is another one, and I can share this presentation with anybody. I was giving some business cards. Whoever wants the presentation, this is a commercial presentation I can share with you, and we can discuss. But look at this, 75% of saving in manual labor.
That's
it's
time.
Just... No, I'm not gonna. So, return on investment, when we talk about return on investment, this machine depends, of course, how much you use it, how big is your farm, what are the crops that you have. But honestly, we are bringing so much value that the return is going to happen in 1 season, 2 seasons, depending on all these things. And you know, it's agriculture. Every farmer is going to use it in a different way. But we have 200 acres customer is normal for us to have, and they are saying to us, with 200 acres, they are getting the money back in 1 to 2 years. So, and some important notes that I put. I'm only going to mention the number 1, the number 2. I'm not sure if we have still some available machines for next year, but 35% of the customers that bought a machine last year, we sold 60 machines in the US last year. Last year is this year, in reality. We are sold out since a couple of months. But 35% of those farmers are ordering 1 extra, 2 extras, and there's a company that ordered 4 extra machines. So imagine, that for me is the best return on investment proof to show. So?
Q&A?
Yeah,
Q&A?
sure. 1 second. Growing dealer, so our business model is through dealers. So every farmer will have their local contact, and we are growing this dealer network. We have Everglades in Florida, Keithley Williams in the West Coast, Lasseter Tractor in Georgia, RDO Equipment, you all know, Campbell Tractor in Idaho, Coastal Tractor, our friends from Salinas just signed. I don't know if Mike is here, but they signed with us 2 days ago. And 21st Century, also in Colorado, Wyoming, Nebraska. So the US team is growing. Only 12 months ago, we were no one. Olivia, who's sitting there, and me, with Claude. And now we are all of these, and we are hiring. If you think you can help Ecorobotics grow, come and send the resume. And thank you. I'm sorry.
We have no worries. We have 5 minutes for Q&A.
Yeah.
We went a little long.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for the question. No, the machine runs by itself, connected. The machine has a router, and it's connected by Wi-Fi to the tablet that operates the operator, the tractorist. But it doesn't need Wi-Fi or LTE, nothing. The only time we need connectivity is when we need to do an update on the firmware, an update on the algorithm, or troubleshoot something that it is happening. And that's it. But it can run in the fields with no need of connectivity.
Yeah, so you said 10 acres a day, or there was an acre number in there, how much you could cover?
10 per hour.
10 per hour?
But that math is simple. It's 20 feet at 4.5.
No matter what the crop?
No matter. And no
All
matter the
crops are the
infestation
same.
of the weeds.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Correct. Thank you for the question. Other question? Yeah. Yeah, we have in our team, we are about 200 people now in Ecorobotics, and We have an agronomist team that is always making research and writing some papers around the benefits, basically yield increase or savings on herbicides. Of course, in presentations, the most interesting thing to show is customers' feedback. But yeah, internally we do a big show. Actually, we are recruiting agronomists for US. So,
I have a
sir. Yeah. So the dark green are the first algorithms that we produced and also are generalistic, you know, on the right side, which says grasslands and other algos. Those were the first ones that Ecorobotics developed and the ones that are generalistic. Then in the large crop and vegetables, the like normal green is the algorithms that are commercially out in the market. The light greens are in beta version. We consider beta version when it is not hitting the 98 plus detection %. So we keep working and gathering images and improving the algorithm until it gets to our own standards of 98 plus. Then we will only sell the algorithms. But yeah, cotton, soybean, and wheat are in this situation, for example. And they are open in every machine in the world. We have almost 500 machines sold in the world. Just for you to know, the technology might be new for US, but we've been selling machines for 4 years already in Europe.
just like in addition to his question right here, how long does it take, like if a person needs an algorithm for a different crop, like grower need, like how long it will take for you guys to train that algorithm?
The process that we do to develop a new algorithm takes between 12 to 18 months, because basically what we need is to gather images of the crop in every stage and in many different contexts. We call context type of soils, or if they're tall or not in the field. So every stage in every context as possible. And that takes a lot of time. Then we label everything. Then we have an alpha version that it is tested with some customers specifically and internally. Then it turned into a beta version. Then it turned into a commercially able algorithm. But, and again, it's very important to mention, we have these generalistic algorithms, all green, target size, row algorithm, that combined, you can use them in any crop. So it's not only the list of crops that we have, but also all these options when you combine the generalistic algorithms.
That's time. Thank you. Thank you. No more questions.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jose.